Doamnelor și domnilor, de data aceasta avem un alt subiect. Asistăm la o premieră absolută, pentru că avem aici, în spatele meu, prima platformă a grupului Stellantis, realizată, concepută, construită în Europa, cu primele baterii de automobil concepute, dezvoltate în Europa. Premieră totală. Și cine poate fi mai indicat să ne povestească despre semnificația asta, acestei mari premiere pentru industria europeană, a spune o mare victorie pentru industria europeană, decât Alipio dos Santos, care este nici mai mult, nici mai puțin decât Chief Engineer pentru toate platformele BEV, mașini electrice cu baterie din grupul Stellantis. So, my dear friend, welcome.
Hello.
To our small show. I will ask you first of all, what are the key features of the Stella medium platform?
So key features and main challenge for this platform was to consider all the constraints of all the vehicles that we will address with this fantastic platform. Okay, so to do that, we need to take the big constraints of the wheelbase, okay, the shortest one, the one of the E308, and put inside this short wheelbase the long range battery that you have there. So 98 kilowatts hour of net capacity of the battery. And in addition to that, also consider two machines, so one in the front, one in the rear, to be able to address this configuration of all-wheel drive with a long-range battery. So for sure, this is not a configuration that we will have in this E308, but we are able to propose this complete configuration of long-range battery, two machines, and address all the vehicles that we will have to address with this Stella Medium platform.
So this is conceived, researched, developed inside Stellantis. It's the first fully BEV platform coming from Stellantis, correct?
So to be precise, this is the first platform dedicated BEV. So designed from the beginning as a BEV platform. So in the beginning of the EV story for Stellantis,
Was a multi-energy approach.
exactly, it was a multi-energy approach, and we adapt the platform existing to the electric. So this time it was completely the opposite. So we started designing the platform around the battery to have a simple shape of battery, okay? And after we adapted the platform to the other energies, so PHEV, MHEV. And so we have a full dedicated part. So this part of the platform from this panel to the rear axle is fully dedicated BEV. And this front unit is common. So to reduce investments for sure, but to be able to have something completely dedicated BEV, we have this part fully dedicated BEV. Okay, no compromise in terms of cabin roominess, for example.
Perfect. Tell us about this first European battery, because this is the biggest news
Yes.
we've been expecting so many years.
Yes, you're right. And this is a very first launch also for this chemistry. So we are able to propose in the long range, for the long range battery, 100% of cells will be provided from ACC joint venture that we have with Total Saft and Mercedes. And this joint venture have a gigafactory in France, in the north of France, and this will be the very first time at Stellantis that we'll be able to provide the batteries that are already assembled in France, but with chemistry from France and from Europe for sure.
What kind of chemistry? It's a new one for Europe.
So the chemistry, it's not really a new one. This remains a lithium-ion battery with nickel, manganese, cobalt, what we usually call NMC. It means NMC. And by using NMC, we are able to propose a good balance between performances, so range, and weight. Okay, this is the choice that we have made for this Stella Medium platform batteries.
What is the pros and cons of this technology versus, let's say, another lithium-ion technology?
So if we want to
Or
compare
compared with LFG, because it's coming more and more.
Yes. So you are speaking about difference between NMC technology and LFP, lithium fer phosphate batteries. So main pro and cons is that for sure NMC remains an higher cost in comparison to LFP, but it allows to have more energy density. So it means that in a dedicated volume, so the one that we have currently there in the Stellar Medium platform, we are able to propose more energy in a little weight, you know. So this compromise is the good one when we are speaking about batteries for this kind of vehicles. So vehicles that will drive a lot of kilometers.
Which means practically, exactly, the range is bigger.
Yes, the range is bigger.
Tell us in these two settings, the long range and the normal range, what is the capacity of the battery and what is the range?
Okay, so we are proposing, so you are right, two battery range. So the smallest one, what we call the standard range, is starting to 73 kilowatt hour of net capacity, allowing to reach 527 kilometers for the E308, okay? And we can go up to 700 kilometers by using the long range battery,
which is 98.
You were totally right, 98 kilowatt hour of net capacity, yes.
700 kilometers.
Exactly, correct.
And let's also go to the DC fast charging. How quick is it?
So we are able also to propose same charging time between both batteries. So if we go from
That's
20,
interesting.
yes, really interesting, and I will deep dive on it. So from 20 to 80%, we have exactly the same charging time, so more or less 30 minutes, okay? And how we are able to propose that by keeping 400 volt technology, because it's a 400 volt battery, two levels. So the first, we use NMC technology, and we are able to propose same charging time for the long range one by proposing a dedicated layout for the cells. Okay, you see we have parallel cells, and we can keep the power plates when we are charging longer. So this is why even if the tank is bigger, okay, we can fill it at the same charging time.
What I noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like also the weight of the battery is less than usual batteries.
So it's a good weight in terms of overall. So as explained, we are using NMC technology. So in terms of energy density, it's a good solution. And for sure, we are starting from 520 kilos for the standard range battery to 580 kilos.
It's a small difference.
So only
Very small.
60 kilos more for the long range one. You're right, it's small.
Because I know other EV makers, including the famous Tesla, I can say, which for a similar battery could be about 700 kilos, correct?
Yes, if we are speaking about LFP technologies, so for the same kind of range, yes, you are correct.
Which is also important because more kilos means less range.
You're right.
That's the problem when you have to
You're
design
right.
all this.
You're right. More kilos is less range. You're right. So this is important to consider that. But the main lever remains the aerodrag. Okay, aerodrag is really important to have a good global vehicle efficiency because when you are running, range is more related to aerodrag.
Tell me now a little bit more about Peugeot brand, because we are here for Peugeot E3008. What is the situation? There are plans in place that by 2030 all the Peugeot range will be only electric. There is any stop on that? There is any what is the situation with people believe that some people think that it's finished with the electric car. So tell us what is the future.
No, you are completely right. It's not only a joke. It's not only doing big investments. So as explained, it's a brand new platform designed for BEV. Sales coming from Europe, big investment, okay, by Stellantis or by GV. So this is not only for one shot. So for sure, currently, Stellantis philosophy and Peugeot philosophy is to have some common vehicles. So we keep E308 electric for sure, but also PHEV, MHEV. So this is important to be able to have this agility if we need to have this compromise between EV cells and non-EV cells. But for sure, we keep this target of having by end of 2030 100% EV cars for Peugeot. Yes.
Super. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure.
It was a
thank you
pleasure.
giving us the right information to understand better. Doamnelor și domnilor, deci e bine să nu ne gândim că mașinile electrice vor părăsi scena. Iată, avem în spate cea mai bună dovadă că nu numai că nu părăsesc scena, dar se pregătesc pentru adevărata bătălie cu cei din China și, așa cum arată lucrurile, cel puțin în configurația acestei stații Stella M, va face față cu foarte mare succes oricărei concurențe. Asta, oameni buni, pentru binele nostru ca și consumator. Asta e de fapt esențial. Un consumator, până la urmă, nici nu trebuie să țină minte toate tehnologiile. Important este să aibă cel mai bun rezultat, cea mai bună eficiență și cel mai bine investit fond financiar, banii pe care le ai pentru mașină. Vă mulțumesc, sper că v-am dat iarăși un motiv să ne mai gândim la ce se întâmplă în lumea